Good morning. Thanks for joining us today. Hope you're doing well. Come on with us to Acts chapter 3. I want to talk about the lame man who was healed, and let's get into it. Let's make a few points. Verse 2, a certain man came lame from his mother's womb. Later on in chapter 4 it says the man was over 40 years old. He was carried, whom they laid daily at the gate of the temple, which is called Beautiful, to ask alms from those who entered the temple. That's who this man was. Now Peter and John, they're coming into the temple, and he sees them, and he expects to receive gold and silver. Peter says he doesn't have any gold and silver. He says at verse 6, but what I do have I give you in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, rise up and walk. Let's make this point. It seems like we always underestimate what the Lord can do. And it might be because our priorities are out of whack, or maybe it's because we just don't understand the power of God. But it seems like we always underestimate what He can do. This man, he was just looking for gold and silver, and Peter John, in the name of Jesus, gave him something a whole lot better than that. Now here's the wonderful thing about God. He often does more than we ask of Him. We could talk a whole lot more about that, but just think about how wonderful it is that He often does more than we ask. Let's make another point. Verse 8, it says, so he, leaping up as he was healed, stood and walked and entered the temple with them, walking, leaping, and praising God. He could have gone anywhere else. He could have gone home. He could have gone find a job. He could have gone anywhere else. But the first place he went was the house of the Lord, and he praised God and gave thanks. What a wonderful example for us. When good things happen, we need to make sure that we are appreciative to the Lord for those blessings that come from His hand. So many times we don't do what this man did, and we need to. Verse 11, it says, now as the lame man who was healed held on to Peter and John. As they're in the temple and everybody sees them, you have that picture of the man who was healed, and he's hanging on to Peter and John. How much do you appreciate those who have helped you? We might be talking about fathers, mothers, grandmothers, grandfathers, preachers, Bible class teachers, elders, whoever it is. How much do you appreciate them? And you just want to hold on to them and not let go of them. That is this man. It's a wonderful picture. Now Peter and John are going to be arrested, and the name of Jesus is going to be forbidden. But look over in verse 14 of chapter 4. As Peter and John stand before the council, it says the council, and seeing the man who had been healed standing with them, talking about Peter and John. Here was this man, and he goes from being the lame man laid at the gate to he is not afraid to stand with those who are being persecuted because he knows he is with the Lord. Think about it. Hope you enjoyed this study. We'll see you tomorrow.